Let's talk food and wine in Tonia's kitchen. Have a seat at the table. Here is Tonia King.
Joining me in the kitchen today is celebrity chef and comedian George Duran. How are you today, George?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me in your kitchen.
It's that time of year where people are thinking about doing maybe a lot of outside entertaining and just having fun outdoors. What are you cooking up this time of year?
I mean, yes, it's a grilling season for sure, but you know, one of the things that a lot of people don't forget is that grilling allows you to now not only be outdoors, but also be a little bit healthier in how you cook. Because you're grilling, you're not frying, you're not, deep frying or shallow frying in any way. You're outside now, and the grill allows you to get those summer backyard flavors. And it also happens to be a season where you can get a lot of fresh produce. The problem with that is that there isn't a lot of time to buy the fresh produce from the farmer's market, to prep, to put it together. So what I like to do is kind of fast forward a lot of the ways I marinate and I add flavors to it by adding herbs and onions and caramelized onions and garlic to everything I grill. So one of the recipes I'm doing today, for example, is a grilled shrimp. It's called a garlic grilled shrimp skewer. And what I tell people is, look, you don't have to actually have garlic at all times on hand and have to chop it or crush it or mince it and then marinate with it and put it away. There are companies actually that do that for you. And there's one brand called Dorot Gardens. And what's incredible is that they have these pre-chopped garlic cubes. They live in your freezer. You've probably seen them in a lot of the frozen aisle of your supermarket. And all you do is you grab it from your freezer, and then you pop it out, and you have instantly a clove of chopped garlic where you can start marinating things like this grilled shrimp skewer. And on top of that grilled shrimp, once you end up grilling it, you're going to top it with some caramelized onions. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't have time in my life to caramelize onions. Do you?
It does take a lot of time, doesn't it? Sometimes I have the time and sometimes I don't, but I like convenience.
Well, when you have two kids and they're always hangry and the wife needs dinner and I don't have the time. It's like someone telling me, "Hey, make your own pizza dough." Why don't you make your own pizza dough? Make your own pasta. I don't have time for that. I'm not doing that. I'm never doing that. There's pasta on my shelf here. It's already done. So what I tell them is, like, go to Dorot Gardens. What they have is a pre-caramelized, already glazed onions in this cube from your freezer. Just microwave it or thaw it out and just top your shrimp skewers or any cuts of meat with it. And you have that incredible inconvenience where it helps. It's perfect for busy families who want fresh flavor without sacrificing convenience.
It does make it a lot easier and quicker, doesn't it? So you're grilling the shrimp, and then are you topping it with the garlic and the onions? Or how are you incorporating them?
Yeah, so you're marinating it with the garlic, then you're grilling it, and then you're topping it with the onions. And remember, those onions are fantastic for topping on any kind of burger, chicken burgers, regular burgers, salmon burgers. It's fantastic just to top it. You're literally just adding one tiny step and elevating it 100 times. So anything that you're grilling, top it with these caramelized onions. Heck, I made a hot dog bar the other day here at home, and I had different kinds of sausages already grilled up. And all people did was make their own hot dogs. And one of the toppings was these glazed onions by Dorot Gardens. It was literally as easy as popping out of your freezer, popping it out of the little container, and thawing it and serving it.
Yummy. That sounds great. And I know that they also have some very cool herbs that are frozen as well, right?
Oh man, this is one of the biggest conveniences, especially when you don't have a backyard garden with herbs growing like I do. Well, they have basil, they have cilantro, they have parsley, they even have turmeric, believe it or not. And
really?
my favorite, oh my goodness, it's crazy. The turmeric is wonderful for shakes and is the most healthy thing because everyone's having these turmeric drinks now, the little shots that you get with turmeric, and they cost an arm and a leg. You can make your own turmeric shots very easily using the Dorot Gardens frozen turmeric. It's already chopped. You don't have to stain your counter or anything like that because the convenience is that it's already there, living in your freezer, flash frozen at the peak of freshness. And now, one of the ingredients that I love the most after garlic is the ginger. I don't know. I don't think there's any American who knows how to peel ginger properly. I don't think anyone knows how to peel ginger. It's like the conundrum. And by the way, the real way to peel it is with a spoon, but you're going to take about still 10, 20 minutes to peel one ginger. Dorot Gardens already has peeled, chopped ginger in these cubes. Pop it out of your freezer and just, pop it out, and you've got instantly peeled ginger. And when I'm making anything like Asian, Thai specific, and I want to pop some inside of my stew or coconut milk, whatever I'm cooking, that ginger is a lifesaver.
The thing I like about their herbs is that they're flash frozen. So it's really fresh, right off the bat.
Yeah, and that means that they're literally once they wait till the peak of ripeness happens with may it be the garlic, the herbs, the onions, they literally take that basil at the peak freshness, like now, and the summer heat, and they just turn it into these cubes that are frozen. And so the moment it thaws out, it's as if you've pulled it out of your garden and you've kind of popped it in your mouth. It's pure basil heavenliness.
Now, tell me about these corn ribs. I've heard about corn ribs.
Yeah, it's
What's
funny.
that all about?
I told my kids I was making corn ribs, and they thought I was making some sort of real ribs, but with corn on it. They were very confused. Corn ribs is a big, trendy recipe. You see that all over social media. And what you're doing is you're taking corn and you're cutting it in half lengthwise, and then
Oh,
you're cutting it again lengthwise. So you have four parts of it that are long. So you imagine four triangular pieces of that one corn.
right.
And from there, you marinate it inside of Dorot Gardens garlic and herbs, a little olive oil, salt, pepper, whatever you like to do in there. And then you pop it on the grill and you're almost charring it. And these corn ribs kind of take this they start curling and becoming craggly. And like there's all these like little burnt grill marks all throughout it. But that garlic has infused inside of it. And the moment you serve it, people just grab it like ribs and they eat it with their hands. And the best part is that those corn kernels come out like fully. Nothing gets stuck in your teeth. Not half of it of the corn doesn't get stuck on the corn cob.
Right.
It's already quartered for you, and it looks fantastic. People love the way it looks, and the flavor is excellent. I still do this constantly. I made one with hot honey the other day with Dorot Gardens and garlic, and I just put a little bit of sriracha, honey, and the
Mm.
Dorot Gardens garlic inside of it, and it made it like a spicy, sweet, garlicky corn ribs. They're so fantastic.
Wow, I never did that to an ear of corn. That sounds very cool.
You just have to make sure you hold the corn well. You can also one of my tricks is actually so you can cut the corn lengthwise is I microwave it a little bit. So about 2 minutes, 3 minutes for every two or three ears of corn. Even with the husk, it's fine. So it starts cooking it a little bit, softens it. Once you remove the husk, then you can go in with the knife because it's pretty hard to go through the knife through the core of the corn.
Right.
So you want to soften it a little bit, pre-cook it a little bit in the microwave, cut it in half that way, and this way you make sure that you're not cutting anything but the corn.
That's a good point. You want to keep your fingers intact.
Please, please.
So let's move on now and talk about Wonder Juice.
Yes, that's right. Right now it's called Wonder Beet. We have a Wonder Juice line. So you have Wonder Beet, Wonder Melon, Wonder Lemon.
Oh,
So you have all these varieties of really organic cold pressed juices made from real fruits and vegetables with no added sugar. And that's the key right there. No added sugar in there. So a lot of people now want beverages that are both functional and delicious. And this is what Wonder Juice does. It delivers on both. So there's a new Wonder Greens variety now that makes it easy to get vegetables in your daily routine. So you can enjoy using Wonder Juice both as a beverage and a cocktail mocktail ingredient. And that's kind of what I've started doing throughout the summer. And I do a mocktail for the kids, and then I do the cocktail version. So that Wonder Beet that you were speaking about, man, I make this Wonder Beet sangria, and no one thinks to put beet juice in sangria, but I am telling you, it is not only is it gorgeous looking, it's bright red, ruby red looking, but it is healthy for you and it tastes phenomenal. Well, first you're going to start off with the fruits, and you want to use Granny Smith apples because first they're a little tart, so it goes well with a little bit of sweetness in there. So chop up the Granny Smith apples, add a little bit of strawberries in there, and if you want some blueberries just for color and a little bit of berry in there. So you add that all in a pitcher, and from there you want to start adding your fruit juice inside of it. So we can add the Wonder Lemon juice, so it adds a little acidity to it. And to that, we're going to add a little bit of the Wonder Beet, and that adds the color, that bright, beautiful color. Now we're going to add, now you can keep this as is for the kids. They can have their little mocktail sangria, but we're adults here, right?
right.
Let's bring this up into another level. We're going to add some white wine. Add your favorite wine or your least favorite wine. It doesn't matter. Please don't add expensive wine to your sangria. There's no need for that. You're wasting it.
You're
Add
right.
like a Pinot Grigio would be fantastic for this. Any Sauvignon Blanc is excellent too. Has a little acidity to it as well. Add your white wine, and then I add a little bit of cognac in there. That cognac is going to add just a little kind of a little bit of a juge in there just to bring it up to a whole different level. When you add a little bit of that cognac and that white wine inside of all those juices, the final thing is that you want to kind of dilute it a little bit. It becomes a little bit heavy, so you want to add a little bit of soda water, essentially effervescent water that is not sweetened, of course, just to kind of add more volume to it. And that's it. Let it sit for about an hour in the fridge so all of that alcohol and those juices and those flavors get imbibed inside of the apple pieces. And I'm telling you, you serve this on glasses with a spoon because you want people to eat that sangria, essentially. Oh man, it changes everything. I look forward to summer just because of the sangria.
It sounds so refreshing.
It absolutely is. And one of the things I tell everybody is that you can make this in advance by pre-chopping a lot of the fruits, putting them inside of plastic containers or resealable bags, keep it in your fridge, and at the very last minute, all you have to do is pop open the Wonder Juices, the wine, and just throw it inside of the fruits inside of the pitcher, and you're set to go.
We are talking with Chef George Duran. Looking forward to trying some of these great products that you and I have talked about today, George. You always have some great recipe ideas to make our lives a little bit easier and definitely tasting much better.
I love cooking. I love eating. I love entertaining. This is what I live for. The day I'm not allowed to do any of these because my wife wants the kitchen clean all day long, I will be very, very sad. So I am the first person to say, invite me to your home, and I promise I will cook for you too.
Well, thank you so much for your time today, George. It's always a pleasure to talk with you.
Tony, it's a pleasure being on your show again. I love being on your show. So you're doing a fantastic job with your podcast. Thank you for inviting me.
Thanks for tuning in. We hope you'll subscribe to this podcast as we continue to take you around the world of food and wine on Tonia's Kitchen.